It's Week 14 of the 2025 season, and this one features Trevor Lawrence, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Jags and the Texans coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand here. CD, you look at the Texans in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
Wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. They'll come out throwing here on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. So the completion good for 6 yards. And just like that, it's third down. Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Foyesade American. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive, not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there, turned it all around. Big moment.
Fields it right around the goal line. As this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. He'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now ETN to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Rough incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw again. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Jags are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. These two teams they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A gain of 15. First down, Jaguars.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Lawrence's pass. Complete.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead,
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. ETN on the toss right. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 7 catches, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first, but he also in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can get into the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. The Texans hit 8-4 now in the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to have the Texans 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10. At their own 21. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And a short pickup to about the 25. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Opposite. Check, check. Alert, alert.
A give to ETN running right. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's ETN. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Straight ahead, ETN. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, Lawrence. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. He'll drop to throw. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And now a throw on first down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw now on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Here we go on fourth down. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready, go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On second down, ETN once more. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. ETN once more. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on fourth down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Desmond Ridder throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Texans, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. These 2 clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll try the left side with ETN. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. Sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On second down, a run with ETN. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, Lawrence. He's got his guy. It's Patton over the middle. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Check.
Etienne up the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 60 yards on the ground for him so far. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They go play action with Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
On first down, Lawrence being chased out left. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Texans will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Trayvon Walker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Back to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they're going to speed things up here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 13. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Lawrence will throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And Ingram hauls it in. On the move past the 40. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 62 yards. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Now the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Andre Sisco. The 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston set to take over. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now we're first and 10 at the 11.
Ready?
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now back to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still third and long. And he's got it. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Another tote for Etienne. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he works free. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a give to Etienne. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Ready, go.
On second down, ETN once more. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Mark it.
A handoff for ETN. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Opposite. Check. Alert.
On first and 10, it's ETN. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Texans' 17-yard line.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Jags, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Texans, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.